Hello and welcome, friends, to the Alex Levy Show. I am your host, Alex Levy, and I am honored to have you spend an hour here with me. If you want to trust your inner guidance, ignite your intuition, and lead a spirit-guided life, then you are in the right place. I am a psychic medium, intuitive coach, and creator of the Spirit-Guided Oracle, and you are listening on the International Angels Network. My passion is to help lightworkers cultivate their intuition. It is my hope that our time here today will be high vibe, spirited, and filled with light energy as we talk about practices, tips, and strategies to help people guide them to their natural fullness of power and wholeness. I am so excited about you joining me here today, and thank you for showing up. My guests today are Abbey Myners and Andre Below, and today we are talking about the sound of divine love, and more on that in a minute. I just want to take a moment here and thank everyone at the International Angels Network and our especially amazing producer and founder, Claudia Ibarra, for creating this truly wonderful safe space for light workers to really come together, unite, and support one another. And finally, I would love for you to experience my free angel clearing meditation if you just head on over to my angel circle over at alexlevyonline.com. And I just have a few announcements before we get started. If you're searching for a spiritual practitioner, we invite you to check out the International Angels Network directory. There's readings, energy healing, teachers, mentors, coaches, metaphysical online stores for the mind, body, and spirit. And with today's technology, it makes it possible for you to work with really anyone in this directory. So go ahead and check it out and visit internationalangelsnetwork.com/directory. And this podcast is brought to you by Audible by Amazon. You can get your free audiobook today. So to redeem your audiobook, visit audibletrial.com/internationalangels. And you can try Audible free for 1 month and receive a free audiobook just for subscribing. And this really helps us support our online radio network, which we really appreciate. So to redeem your free audiobook, go over to audibletrial.com/internationalangels. You can cancel anytime and keep the first free audiobook free of charge. All right, I'm super excited for our awesome guests today. Now, I want to talk a little bit about them. We have Abbey Myners. Abbey is an empath oracle of abundance, a nurturing siren of love, creative energy painter, and more. She's also a certified yoga teacher, Reiki teacher, crystal activation practitioner, arcturian sound healer, crystal therapist, chakra dance facilitator, artist, and designer. And Andre Below is the dream shaman, a magical musical medium, interdimensional peacemakers, and the creator of the Arcturian Sound Healing Academy. And he is also a certified relaxation therapist, a Reiki teacher, spiritual healer, aeriologist, archangel life coach, wellness masseur, and audio engineer. He's also a music and English teacher. And together they have created the Sound of Divine Love. It's a co-creation offering retreats, play shops, sound healing baths for groups, couples, and individuals with the intention to create dream lives. And they both met. This is so cool. They both met in Glastonbury, England, also known as the ancient Isle of Avalon, in the summer of 2018, exchanging some deep healings, finding their soul connections, and combining their passion for sound healing to co-create the sound of divine love. So welcome, you guys, and thank you so much for joining us here today.
Hello, I'm Andre.
Hi. Welcome, guys. So can you share a little bit about your background?
Who shall start? Maybe ladies first? Okay, shall I start? Hi, everybody. I'm Abbey Myners. Firstly, I just want to say thank you so much, Alex, for inviting us on this beautiful, holding this beautiful space. I can just feel the love coming from, emanating from this whole experience already. I just say about myself. I guess my past. I worked with textiles, fashion, color. In my early 20s, then had a kind of an awakening really. I moved from fashion. I decided to go travel to India, which is where I did my yogic training. I was really blessed to do my training at the Shivananda Yoga Center in Kerala, and then also studied with an amazing teacher in Mysore, Bharat Shetty. So I had a wonderful time there. I was also blessed while I traveled to do all my Reiki attunements. So that was a huge start for me for my spiritual development. So
wow, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, so I spent probably 4 months the first time in India, then 3 months. And since then, I guess I have used the yoga, worked with children groups, worked with retreats. But also really found the passion with using the energy work, crystals and sound, particularly sound, I just find hugely transforming. So I just feel so blessed to be able to share these gifts with others. My kind of philosophy is to hope to empower people, to allow people to empower themselves so that, we can all come into our real true gifts and live in a place of harmony and peace, so we are all united together with the gifts that we have, and everybody has a special gift. It's just tuning into ourselves and finding that. So,
You're right. I do feel like everyone does have a special gift, and I think it's just a matter of, like you said, tuning into that. And one of my mottos has always been "Lightworkers Unite." So I think that's awesome. So thank you for joining. And Andre, tell us a little bit about yourself and your background.
Yes, so I'm Andre, and before I discovered that I am a light worker, I was studying at the university, and I was just when I had my examination in 2015 to become a high school music and English teacher. I was kind of on my path, like teaching the things that I love to others. But that some systems and institutions like school, they can be very restricting to people who are very free thinking, so to speak.
Yes.
And in that year, I also discovered more about the soul for the first time consciously, and then I was getting readings and healings and discovered, I'm an old soul. Actually, I didn't know that before. So finally, so many things made sense to me, and then I started with meditation and with Reiki and learned about angels and energy healing, and really had an awakening experience that, like, I couldn't really explain it, but I just felt and I knew somehow everything is connected, and there's so much more than time and space, and there has to be life. Yeah. I remember saying to my parents in that year, I said to them, come on, it's just logical. When you think of it, how many planets there are, and even if it's in another time, there must be life out there. It's logical.
Exactly.
And so I went on my own spiritual path then, and developed those healing gifts, and found them all in me, and it's all about activating what we already have inside, and it's so interesting. And although I love teaching, I'm always a student. I never stop learning. So
never stop learning. Yeah.
Never stop learning. And maybe I can make a little bridge to how I got to Abbey. And so I started creating healing music in about 2016. So combining music with healing, and I wanted to produce because I also had been like as a hobby, had been playing in rock bands before and been writing many songs. So I wanted to produce an album that is the combination of rock music with these healing energies. And I was struggling so much with my voice, actually. So getting my singing voice the way I want to sound like how to rock without hurting your voice and things like that. And it's also about authentic expression. And here comes the thing with doing all the things on our own or creating with others. I mean, I can do so much on my own, and but I'm learning how to, and I'm still learning this now, still learning how to open up more to work with others, and because there can be so much magic. It can be so much.
There is so much magic.
Can be,
right?
Yeah. So much easier. And I found out with some people, like for example, meeting Abbey, I found out that I could finally finish one of my albums, and I couldn't somehow do this without the help of others just giving me this this space where I can just be myself and have others helping me somehow. Yeah.
That's great. I want to talk in a moment a little bit more about how you guys met, but I first want to ask you about, can you tell me and our listeners a little bit more about what arcturian healing is and what the method of sound healing is?
So from my personal perspective, the way I use it, I see sound healing is like the matter that comes out of what is actually the basis of energy healing. So
I like thinking about it like that.
I always see energy healing as the basis of healing. So it's about the intentions and what kind of energies we are channeling into something, and then sound healing is something that can come out as a result, but also using different sounds, like when you have different instruments and they have these tones and sounds in them that can be very healing on themselves. But I for myself, I always see this as a tool of bringing energy through.
That's awesome. So I would love for Abbey and Andre, if you would love to maybe lead us through a little meditation journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Great.
Okay, so I would like to start with a little relaxation, and then Abbey's going to continue to bring some healing light and love and peaceful energy, grounding it to our precious planet, the Earth. So first of all, dear listener, thank you for listening. Just take a deep breath in, and with your exhale, just release any stress. Maybe make a little noise when you exhale, like an Let's take one more deep breath. And then just close your eyes and Again, focus on your breath a little bit. Just follow your breath, how it is flowing into your body through your nose, filling up your lungs, and how the old energy is leaving with breathing out. New energy, life force, light coming in by breathing in. And breathing out easily. And you can just imagine maybe some golden light when you breathe in. So you visualize, imagine that there's golden light coming in into your body and filling your energy up. Your whole body's with golden light, cleansing everything. And just give yourself some seconds to really feel and embrace this energy in your body. Just passively receiving. We don't have to do so much all the time. We're human beings. All right, Abby.
And just keep with this golden light. Keep visualizing this golden light filling up the body. And just would like you to maybe invite it to come down now and ground. So coming down into the earth, really deep into the earth, allowing those roots to really take form. And as we do that, I'm guided to ask us to think about this golden energy, feel this golden energy, and start to pour it into the earth. So as we pour it into the earth, feel it activating through the roots of the trees. So we're really sending some deep healing now into Mother Earth, into Gaia, connecting in with the trees, the tree roots, and really rooting this golden energy right throughout the planet. So like a network, it's joining all over the world, with all of us joining into this meditation. And then actually I'm seeing as well dragons coming in. So I feel golden dragons coming in and coming into the earth with us and spreading this golden light.
I would like to add some sound, I feel, like from the dragons and also the arcturians coming into this energy.
now start to visualize this energy now, this golden energy, just drawing it in back into the soles of the feet or the base of the spine. Just gradually collecting the golden energy in. And just now bring it up into the heart space. Just bringing it up into our heart. Just holding it there for a moment. Maybe placing the hands on the heart. And with the hands on the heart, just saying to yourself, I love my heart. And then really listening to your heart. And then slowly bringing the hands up and taking the hands out as an offering and saying, I love you, and offering this out to wherever it's needed right now. And maybe bringing the hands now to Namaste, so palms touching each other at the heart center. So we're bringing the balance of both sides of the body together in completion. Staying in the heart. And you can bring the hands up to the eyes now. You can open the palms up and place the hands on the eyes and just say, I love my eyes. Bringing the hands up to the head, placing the hands on the head, I love my head. Bringing the hands down to the stomach, saying, I love you. And again, offering our palms out, I love you. So sharing this love with all. It's so important we all work together now. We all need to work together as communities, supporting, loving, nurturing each other, supporting our planet, supporting all beings as well. There are so many beautiful beings of light now helping us. The arcturians are bringing this energy down. There are portals being created. It's a magical time of all of us coming together. So, namaste. And thank you for listening.
Namaste. Thank you, guys. That was so powerful. My hands are almost shaking. I could feel such amazing energy, and I know our listeners are going to feel that too, but that was incredibly powerful. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for creating a beautiful space to share in.
Thanks. So
Thank you.
how does this sound healing actually work? Like where is it actually happening in our body when you know, whether you're doing a private session with someone or just like we experience, like how is that actually working?
To me, I feel like sound is so powerful that it resonates through all. We can have intention where we focus maybe on a specific area. For example, if I was doing a one-to-one session and that, you know, maybe I was guided to the heart or somewhere, then maybe I would intentionally try to channel or allow the sound to come through for that area. But in general, I would say it's so powerful. You know, what I found with my own experience and my own work is the more I'm including sound within this, the more profound, more transforming experiences people experience. So, you know, my intention is to help as many people as possible, and for us all to come into this beautiful space of shining our gifts out for all. And, you know, for this, we all need to, you know, be working and moving and shifting into that. I feel like it's a real time of action now. You know, it's like we've shifted out of this space, and now it's like, you know, just do whatever you can do. You know, we don't need to have these, I know for myself, just to share, I have these self-doubts, and am I good enough? Can I really do this? Can I really share this? And I just keep being guided, just be. You know, all we can do is share what we have right now. And as long as we do that with integrity, truth, and from a place from the heart, I feel like, you know, that's all valid. All of us are valid. So, yeah, the sound I find, you know, and it's been amazing meeting Andre. I've had much more connections with the Arcturians. I did Andre's Arcturian activations. And actually, quite interestingly, before he came to stay with me, I had connections with the Arcturians, and they told me that Andre would come and stay, and that I needed to help and support him while he completed some work he needed to do. So, you know, my experience with those beings, I feel really blessed for. You know, they're just beautiful beings of light, and I feel like this is the gift that they have. You know, they have this gift for us to use this sound to you know, hopefully make a huge difference here and now. You know. And I'll let Andre talk more about that.
The music man.
Yeah, the music man.
So, the first thing I want to say maybe sounds a little bit like scientific.
Yeah.
So, first thought is, well, sound is a very profound energy vibration. So every energy is a vibration, and if it's a color or a smell or a piece of wood, it's all some kind of vibration, and sound is a very profound vibration. For example, when you look at the physical body and the molecules moving, they're moving. So this movement, you could say, creates some kind of heat, or I think it also makes sound. I'm not really the one who researches this stuff. I'm not too much into scientific stuff, and but I know there are people who like record the sound of the earth and the Schumann frequencies and all that stuff. And
right.
I think they all found out that everything somehow has some kind of sound, even when we can't hear it with our human ears. And I think this movement that sound creates can realign the body into coming into more harmony. And so this is on the what happens on the physical level, and also in all the other bodies. When you say we're having physical, emotional, spiritual, mental bodies, I think the sound can affect all of those in that way. It's like an engineer.
Yeah,
like,
that's a good analogy, because
it's like when you look at the body like Lego bricks, and sound moves those bricks. So that's where healing can happen when we get realigned. But also sound could be misused if it's in the reverse, and you could get this line.
That's great though. So then I would imagine, you know, there are multiple different sound healing techniques then.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I was going to say, I studied with someone in Glastonbury called Louis Craig, and he does courses of crystal sound activation, and that was something I did before I met Andre, which I found really helpful, which kind of combined my two passions as well, which were crystals and sound. And I found using the sound equipment, the equipment that's made of quartz crystal is so profound, because as probably a lot of your listeners know, crystals can be programmed. So
yes.
when you use a piece of like a pyramid or a beautiful piece of sound equipment made from quartz, not only do you get the sound from that instrument, but you also get the intention which you're programming in through the quartz. So to me, that's kind of really amplified. It's more clear, it's more amplified. It's just it's a combination. I guess the way we're trying to hopefully co-create more with others. It's co-creating with the different aspects. The crystals, the sound, the Reiki. I feel like it's a real time of all these amazing healing modalities coming together and making a fusion of really what's needed for all.
Right.
And maybe it's not having them. So like this is this and this is this. I feel like the boundaries and the dimensions are shifting so much now that we have to move quite quickly and we have to shift into what's needed right then. Because even from yesterday, what's needed and from what today is needed, it can be quite different. That's my experience at the moment.
I've been seeing that too also, like it's almost a hybrid of modalities, and even with my reading sometimes I feel like I can't really identify I'm just going to do an intuitive reading because becomes it's this hybrid of all these things, and Abby, I saw I think it was a Facebook Live video you were doing, and you were doing a meditation with one of those pyramids, right?
Yes.
So I have been fascinated with incorporating pyramids into my meditation for a long time, and just the sacred geometry of pyramid. And I feel like I'm seeing more and more people using that. So can you talk a little bit about that? Because I'm just curious about the pyramid and meditation.
You mean actually using the instrument itself?
Yes.
Yeah. I quite often use the pyramid, and I can only share how I experience that. And people could use it for different things. But when I use it in a way in a group or in a session, I always feel like the pyramid, because it has this lovely square. It's got this square at the bottom. It's like, to me, it's kind of grounding all this down. So sometimes I use it in a way I feel like it's grounding the energy in. And also sometimes I spin it, and then I feel like it's really activating and taking this energy out. So I use it in various forms. You can also, when you have things like pyramids, you can put manifestations in the center, so you can write down intentions or things that you would like, and you can place it under the pyramid. I feel like
I like that idea.
Yeah, so for example, my crystal pyramid, you can put your intention, what you would like in the center, and then you can use crystal points outside of the pyramid to point the energy in, to bring the energy into that and help that seed grow. And then you can turn the points and face them out to send that out into the universe so that it can manifest. So there's lots of ways you can use them. If you feel that this will work, I have my pyramid right now here, and I could also just play it for you. I would
love that.
And maybe what we could do is just, for me, I feel like bringing that intention in for all to manifest their gift. For people to really step into that.
That would be beautiful.
One thing as well, that when we were talking, I got guided to look up the number 369, and in the Adoring Virtual Angel numbers. So I feel like this is relevant for everybody too. And it says here, your commitment is helping the world, along with your devotion to the Ascended Masters, is part of your divine life purpose. The Ascended Masters make sure that all your material needs are being met while you devote yourself to your mission. So I feel like the intention of bringing people's gifts in for them, but also with the trust of knowing that they will be supported. So I'm going to use the pyramid now, and I'm going to place that energy in this pyramid and send it out all around the world, all to your listeners. So I will do that now.
Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you for that. That was powerful.
Oh, I hope you could hear that okay.
I could. Thank you.
Good. So that is the larger size pyramid. That's the larger size crystal quartz pyramid.
Wow. Yeah, that's the vibrations with that are pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So, what are some benefits that people get from sound healing? I mean, I think I've seen a lot, but I would love for you to let us know.
I feel there are so many benefits. I mean, not only for receiving healing, but also from making sound yourself. One thing I noticed when I started working more with the arcturian sound healing was that I think one day it was almost like the universe had put this pain in my body, because Andre was like, "Are we going to practice something?" And suddenly I just had I think it was like a pain in the stomach or something. And I thought, right, I need to just practice what I've just been done. So I started to tone into that area using my own voice. And I was like, it was almost like an instant, right, yes, this does work. Because the more I toned and focused my intention inwardly, the more that discomfort shifted. So I feel it's about, we can receive the sounds, and sometimes we need to receive, but also it's about being confident with our own voices and also healing ourselves through voice. So, for example, using mantras or using positive affirmations. I feel it's about both. Because we can go for healing, but we can heal ourselves. We can also heal ourselves. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, you did.
I would like to share a very personal but very deep healing experience that my mother had with the arcturian sound healing. Well, last year she was able to, although everything that the doctors said, she shocked them all. She was able to heal her own breast cancer.
Wow.
Through many modalities, not only sound healing, but lots of shadow work, of course, because if you're into holistic healing modalities, you might find out that cancer is like repressed anger or repressed depression, and it's important to go and look at the root cause, of course, and it's also connected with ancestral healing. But the sound healing helped her very much, and she said every time she went to the chemotherapy, she listened to the sound activations that I recorded, and so because it was so intense and it felt so toxic to go to that chemo thing, but she just visualized her guides and Mother Mary with her, and at the sound she could really feel like, okay, I'm in a protective space, I'm gonna survive this, I'm gonna make this, my energy is safe, this won't kill me. And then she did it. And another thing is through the chemotherapy, that's the common thing, she lost her hair, or she just cut her hair off because it was falling out, obviously, from the radiation. So she had a bald head, and when I gave her a healing session, I exactly remember it was last year sometime. She was lying on the couch, and I gave her some healing, and then with the sound, something happened, and I said, my guides tell me I'm giving you a hair activation. It sounds hilarious, and I didn't even believe it myself. This may sound like what? Like crazy. So it's not even faith. It's like it's these guides, these cosmic guides, and they have so much healing power that they bring to the earth. And I was like, I think this is hilarious, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I said, I'm gonna give you some sound activation for your hair now.
I love that.
And then I did some sounding on her head, and it felt so warm and buzzing, and she started sweating, and
Wow.
and now that was last year, and now she's got hair again, which is so curly and thick, and and she's like, I don't know where that came from, but now I have hair, and it doesn't look like she always had that thin hair, and now it's really curly and thick, and it's growing. It's like, what is this? It's really, really a great blessing.
That's pretty awesome. That's really neat. So, yeah, thank you for sharing that. So I have a question. I kind of want to go back to a story, experience I had. So as a kid, there was this store my mother always took me to growing up that was kind of, I guess, a new age shop, and they always had the crystal bowls. And they would always play them, and I could never tolerate the sound. It would bother me so much. So, but now I love them. So why is it that different people can respond differently to different sounds? And maybe it may respond at a certain time, and then like happened to me, like now it's different. I love it. So why would that happen?
I feel like using the bowls. I'd say quite a lot of that, when you're finding something uncomfortable, it's probably quite a big resistance. So they are quite powerful energy shifters. And I know myself, even this summer when I was in Glastonbury, I went to a sound bowl healing, and I was like, I love sound bowls, it's great, I'm going to lie there, it's going to be all fluffy and nice. And I lay down, and for about 40 minutes, I felt so uncomfortable. I was like, what is this? It was like everything was shifting, and I was like, I'm really not enjoying this. This is not, And then, as when you go to Glastonbury anyway, all this heart stuff came out, all this, shifting out of, allowing your shadow stuff to go, allow this resistance to go. So personally, I feel like if there is a discomfort with a sound, sometimes it's helpful to know what the sound is, or to find maybe within yourself where that sound is resonating or not resonating. It could be giving you an indicator of a blockage or something you need to work through. So I would say, it can be this. What else would I say? It's very powerful sound. So, it may be that people are not ready for a certain sound or resonation yet.
Right.
So it's actually working at our own stages of healing and development of ourselves, and being aware that, it's like that, learning to maybe walk before we run, or, just allowing yourself to come into these modalities when it's really ready for you to do that. Because I also feel like if we try to rush too much into a kind of modality that's a bit too much for us, we can maybe, miss something out on the journey, maybe not. We need to kind of really come into our journey of healing with self-nurture and with patience.
Right.
So, yeah.
I have another nice metaphor.
Yeah.
Coming in. The universe is like a supreme supermarket, and everything is there. Everything is always there. But you just can't see that this shop is so big that you just can't see everything that's there at once. And you're just able to just look here and there, and you're just able to see what's in front of you, or what and maybe you see something and like, what is this? This sounds like Chinese to me.
Right.
It's like you can perceive what you're open to, so it requires an open perception, and us allowing ourselves to receive or to learn something or to open up for something, and it's step by step also. And I remember from my own experience, for example, about meditation. I'm a total meditation junkie now. But I remember when we were on a school trip, and our teacher said we're going to do a fantasy journey. I don't know how you call it in English, but it's like a fantasy journey or something. Yeah, and I couldn't really. I said something like it's too boring, and I had to go out of the room because I was feeling like it's bored and I couldn't really relax and all those things. But it wasn't really up to her. She did her best, I think, but I probably wasn't ready for the experience. So until I myself opened up for meditation, I meditated. But before that, if people would say, "Come on, just meditate," I would say, "Yeah, that's probably boring." And I think it's that with almost everything in life. It's like once you open up for it, you can dive into it.
Yeah, that's so true. I feel the same way, but so we're wrapping up in just a few minutes, but I really want people to be able to know where they can find you because you offer so many amazing things. So let people know, where can they find you?
So so we have got a Facebook page, and it's called Sound of Divine Love. So that's where we both can be found, what we both do together, like where and when and what we do, the retreats and everything can be found there, or live videos and stuff. Abbey has a website for her own things as well.
Yeah, my website is abbeyloveisdivine.com. And I also have another Facebook page, which is Be Happy and Shine, where I share things that I do more locally. That I'm based in Cornwall right now, so I share those things there. And then obviously Sound of Divine Love for the things that we do together.
Awesome. Yeah. And are you guys on Instagram?
Yeah.
Or?
Oh, yeah, I think you're on Instagram too, yeah.
We're both on Instagram, but I don't think maybe we should do a Sound of Divine Love Instagram. At the moment, Abbey Myners and Andre Below separate on Instagram, but that's maybe...
But it can be all found on our website. And my website address is just my name, so it's andrebelow.com. And there are my things. And I mostly do, right now distance healings and online things like teaching online classes and because I'm manifesting to move.
Oh, great. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I hope you guys will come back because I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying it a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. So I am Alex Levy, and this is the Alex Levy Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please send me a hello over at Instagram, where you can find me over at AlexLevy_intuitive. And the Spirit Guided Oracle is available on alexlevyonline.com. You can also connect with me at internationalangelsnetwork.com/Alex. So Saturdays, we have Susie Parrott at 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. UK time, and Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern with Claudia Ibarra. Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern with Divine Guidance with Shishi O'Donnell. Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern with Diane Morgan, Angel Navigation. Wednesdays with Angel Talk with Sue. And join us next Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern time with myself, Alex Levy. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe in the Apple Podcast so you are notified of future episodes when they are released. And for future events, courses, personal sessions with me, head on over to Alex Levy Online, and you can get a free meditation just for joining. So stay connected over at social media. Send me a hello. And thank you for listening, and stay spirit guided.